Hey everyone, Blockchain Bernie here with my latest episode. The Xandeum Farm is live. So farm means it's a liquidity pool. That's where we enable you to be able to trade the XAND token into each and every other token. And the farm means there are extra rewards. So for providing liquidity, usually you get your fair share of rewards. You get your share of the trading fees that people pay when they trade the XAND token. But with that farm, you get extra rewards in the form of XAND tokens. It is over 2,000% annual percentage yield at this moment. It'll, fluctuate a little bit with the total amount of liquidity that we have in there and with the trading activity that's taking place. But I'll show you in this video how it all works and show you how you can provide liquidity and why is liquidity so important. We want people to be able to trade their XAND whenever they want, to buy and to sell without having a huge price impact, right? If you want to sell some meaningful amounts or buy some meaningful amounts, you will be pissed if that has like a 10% impact on the price, right? So that's why we need that liquidity. We have over $140,000 coming from me or Xandeum Labs, and that is locked for 6 months. So that is a big sign of trust. We locked it on a stream flow contract for 6 months. So it's all locked in there. You don't have to lock it, even though we will appreciate it, right? If you lock it too, it will be a great sign. It will help the community and it will help the XAND token price, but you don't have to, right? So for now, if you provide liquidity, any amount, it can be $10, right? You will get your share of the trading fees, and you will also get your share of the XAND rewards that are being out there as a reward. So let's look at that. We're on Raydium.io here. You see that here. Raydium.io, you go to liquidity here. So they have a bunch of tabs up there. You go to the liquidity tab here. And well, let me actually go to that thing here so that I can show you. You go to this liquidity tab here, and then you type in, you go to the standard, right? Not the concentrated pools, the standard pools. Because only on standard pools, it makes sense to lock them for a long time, right? And you type in XAND for the XAND pools. So then we have this XAND pool here, and it shows two pools. The lower one is not the one that we want to look at. It only has 13,000 of liquidity. It only gets very little trading volume, as you can see here. This one is the main one. It has 146,000 almost in liquidity locked here. So that's all great. And by the way, let's have a look at the XAND token here. It's over 1 cent again, right? So it's above 1 cent, which is awesome. And that's like a 4.5x from the trough that we had like only 8 weeks ago, right? Not so long. It was like 0.22 cents or something. Now we're over 1 cent again. Thank you everyone for your trust and all that. And we want way more liquidity here. We're at 145,000. We want that to go up to like 300,000 within, say, the next 4 weeks or so, right? So every little contribution helps, and you will get your Xandeum rewards, right? So Raydium lists it here with that little Xandeum token. And if you hover here, you get the breakdown, right? It's 2,096%. As we speak, you get 8.8% just from the trading fees, which is a great APY, but you get the XAND rewards extra. You see that this ends on 4/29th, so we started it for 7 days, this extra incentive, but we will keep it on. We will extend it after these 7 days for, months and months to come. So you can build on these rewards here. And isn't this awesome? Over 2,000% APY just for providing liquidity into this pool. So please provide your liquidity right here. So that's awesome. And yeah, so that's how it works. You just click on that deposit button there, and you have to provide both. Is the pool is Sol versus Zend. You provide both Sol and Zend 50% each, right? And Raydium will help you with that. You just type one thing in, like you want to deposit one Sol, and then it tells you how much Zend you need to deposit. Or you say, here's 10,000 Zend, and it tells you how much Sol you need to deposit. So you can't do wrong there. It's just be aware you have to deposit both tokens, and you deposit them there, right? There is, don't be afraid. People tell you a lot about impermanent loss. That just means if the token price between Sol and Zand gets disconnected, let's say Zand is rising more. It has been rallying actually the past 8 weeks. Let's say it rallies more against Sol, right? That just means of the Zand that you put in there, it'll get sold, right? People will buy Zand more than they buy Sol in that pool. So some of your Zand will go away and you will get Sol in return. But that means you've been selling some of your Sol as you go, and you might have gotten a better price if you've waited or something like that. But it's not really bad. It's not really a loss or something, right? You provide that liquidity. If the other thing happens, people want to buy more Sol and sell Zand, then also, you get a lot of Zand at quite good prices, you kind of DCA out of Zand as you're in there. So the impermanent loss is not really that big of a deal, right? It just changes one token into the other, and you only provide that amount of liquidity where you can afford that to, get traded between these two things. But you get like the 8.8% in the trading fees, plus you get a lot of percentage points in those extra Zand rewards. The extra Zand rewards are not locked or anything. They're not locked for 12 months, and they just come out immediately. You will see how Raydium does that if it sends you that, like, with each and every trade, or I'm not really sure how they do that, but it comes immediately. It's not locked. It's a great way to help the Xandeum community. Thank you, everyone. We need that community. We need that liquidity. That's why we're putting these rewards on there. And we would be super, super thankful if you help us provide liquidity and, secure these 2000 something percent APY for yourself. So for today, though, thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.